Yo there, Internet, MegaMogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And today we're heading on over to the north, and we're gonna take it. We're gonna go on with Daddy SWAIN, Senpai, our Commander, Emperor of Noxus, pairing alongside Braum in a Noxian Freljord mid-range list with support from Auric Glinthorn, one of my favorite cards from the Rising Tides expansion, a very underplayed, underrated epic from Noxus that is a 6-mana 6/6 that says attack, stun all damaged enemies. Auric Glinthorn is low-key the MVP of today's video and a powerhouse of a late game bomb in this build, as we have more than enough to justify his presence, as we have really good synergy with him in the early to mid game, as we're running a full set of Ember Maiden and a full set of Avalanche. What this deck is trying to do is pass on the first couple of turns as we carry over our spill mana onto turn 3, in which we have Kindly Tavern Keeper to help us gain a little bit of health from the early aggression from the opponent, or we have Ember Maiden to start applying pressure to the board state and potentially leading to a clear, as Ember Maiden alongside Avalanche can allow us to pick off any sort of spread out board state in the early to mid portions of the match, as most 1 drops, 2 drops, 3 drops, 4 drops can be, or will succumb rather, to the combination of these two. Ember Maiden also allows us to enable the likes of Ravenous Flock to pick off their beefiest units. And overall, she's very neat as a unit on curve if we are facing pressure from the get-go. If not, and you know, if it's also like a mid-range match and they haven't summoned too much, we can hold on to her and combine her in the late game with Auric Glinthorn. What I really like about Ember Maiden with Auric is that she will ping everything at the very beginning of the round, so there is very little opportunity for the opponent to counter our open attack. As we play Ember Maiden, we have her ready, we ping everything at the beginning of the round, and then we attack with Auric Glinthorn and we stun every single one of our opponent's units. I have tried this regen combination and this sort of tactic with Auric in the past, but the last time I did so was at the very early portions of the release of Rising Tide. So my deck building and everything was a little bit worse before, and my knowledge of the set was obviously way limited. So now that time has passed, I really wanted to go back to this sort of archetype, re-explore it and see if I could make it viable and consistent, and I am very, very happy with the results that we got out of this. As it's not only about deck building it properly, it's also about playing Ember Maiden properly. It's about holding on to her and not playing her on curve unless it is absolutely necessary, as we can enable for only 3 mana, just setting her up there in the back, we can just get a really menacing attack with Auric. And the main purpose Auric is fulfilling here is to help out his Emperor SWAIN by clearing the path, stunning the beefiest blockers so that we can connect with fearsome SWAIN and deal an immense amount of damage to not only their Nexus, but potentially their board if we have managed to level up as well. And leveling up SWAIN is extremely easy in this deck, especially if you resort to cards like Ember Maiden and Avalanche. Specifically Ember Maiden. Ember Maiden is like very deceptive in like how fast she levels up SWAIN, because even in the worst case scenario in which you just play Ember Maiden and your opponent has no units and you only have her, you're still dealing 3 damage, right? At the beginning of the round start, which is 1/4 of SWAIN's requirement. If there's just any sort of like board state set up here, she will very rapidly propel SWAIN to the level up status, and it's just really neat to have such a reliable resource to enable that, right? As we are prioritizing Tavern Keeper and Ember Maiden over Arachnoid Sentry, which we are only running as a 2 of in this deck, despite the great synergy with Ravenous Flock. And that is because one of our biggest weaknesses with this deck, even though we have some really nice AoE clears, are aggressive burn decks. So Tavern Keeper is an absolute must in this deck because of our weakness to an aggressive deck that will capitalize on us for not having a play in the first couple of turns of the game. Though, like I said, Avalanche is meant for us to, or is meant to enable us to get back into it and start wiping out a spread out early board, as we have a full set of Babbling Brook here as well to draw into either our Glinthorn or the Leviathan, which is why we always mulligan these 2 if we've seen them in our opening hand. Regardless of the matchup, we always get rid of them because we can just pull them with Babbling Brook later down the line, or we can just draw copies of them anyways, and we don't want to be stacking our hand with multiple Aurochs and Leviathans early on in the match. And we even have a one-off of Shumpo here, who can also allow us to just really capitalize on Auric. The fact that we damage an enemy allows us to eliminate a blocker as well. So it is kind of like an apprehend in a way, even though it costs 3 more mana, but it's more reliable, more flexible, and also helps us level up Swain in a pinch too. And that is the deck list right there, ladies and gentlemen. Very fun deck to play. Also, big shoutouts to Flash Freeze and Troll Chant. Flash Freeze is there to counter Lee Sin. And Flash Freeze also works really well in this deck because it also happens to synergize with Swain. We can use not only Flash Freeze, but also Troll Chant to potentially eliminate fearsome blockers and get Swain to connect directly. Flash Freeze is also very reliable at stopping atrocity combos from War Mother decks if they do run it, amongst other things, and overall opposing decks with Overwhelm as well. It's just a neat card in this deck that does a lot of work and is super important in this current meta because Lee Sin is everywhere. And now I am done with the deck tech here. So hopefully you guys enjoy the games that I got for today. I got quite the long live session with a variety of matchups. They are in normal queue. I'm not playing in ranked because I am preparing for a series that you guys have convinced me to make. I'm going to be uploading a weekly or a week-long rather series. I don't know how I'm going to title it. Maybe Mogwai to the top, because that's kind of like a title that I used back in my early YouTube days, and I may revisit that actually. So it's going to be exciting to move on from like the regular standard sort of type of content and do something different for a change, as I will basically be recording my climb to the very top of Masters, and I'll try to provide a little bit of deck diversity in the process as well, but that will not be my priority. I do want to clarify that. Like, I want to climb more than anything, so I will be playing quite a bit with the same decks every now and then, but I'm going to try to mix it up a little bit for YouTube content, and I think I can do that and also be successful by playing other strong decks and mixing it up and showcasing different play styles at the very high end, as I will try hard to reach the very top and become the best like no one ever was. So let me know if you're excited for that, as I'm going to get recording that after I'm done with this video actually. So we'll see how that goes. And that's all I gotta say. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. I do post a video every single day. So we'll be back at it tomorrow. And yeah, enjoy the games. I'll see you around. Alright, let's go. As we're facing Trundle, but without Tryndamere? Nani. Maybe he's resorting to other big boys instead of Tryndamere? Like the troll guy or something else, like She Who Wonders or They Who Wonder? I am a little bit confused. I'm going to keep Shumpo though. Rally effects against this sort of strategy are incredibly powerful, and this is a one-off in our deck. We're going to keep Ravenous Flock as well, as we mulligan away Leviathan and Auric. We almost always mulligan away Leviathan and Auric, to be completely honest with you, because we are able to pick them up with Babbling Brook. So I was able to finish that statement with like having the actual reasoning in my hand afterwards. All calculated, baby. Let's pass here. We don't really expect them to do anything in the first couple of turns, as we will react to a... Okay, if that's a Catalyst of Aeons, that changes things. I want to hold on to my Ember Maiden here. It's not worth it just to try to get 3 damage on him. I mean, maybe it is. Yeah, it is actually. It is actually. We want to deal as much damage as we can. Ember Maiden doesn't really serve as much of a purpose in this matchup, even though she does enable Auric Lindhorn. We also have Avalanche for that. Alright.
They'll never feel the cold.
We're also doing a great job progressing for Swain's level up. Like, Ember Maiden is such a fast way. Like, it's a turbo way, really, to level up Swain here. We definitely want to make use of our... Yeah, like, there's no way we're not going for this.
The few
For the many. Vengeance could be a thing here. or on our next attack. Yeah. I still think I definitely want to hit this. Double flock to deal with Trundle there. For Noxus. Battle by battle. I'm gonna play Auric Glinthorn here, just because he doesn't really have good blockers into it. Right here, he could have another Vengeance, but besides that,
See the Devastian border from here. Look out for Reavers.
that's a big hit you're taking, buddy. Getting him down to 9 is very neat. We could see a Catalyst here. Okay. Going up to 9 mana then, which means he could potentially ruin it. We do have Shumpo here. And SWAIN. Not gonna play into a Ruination here.
Will no one listen? Born a patrician, I became a soldier.
I'm gonna resort to Troll Chant to deny Burke as a blocker here, as we force a Vengeance out of him. Alright.
How can Bromhead? If they're out there,
I'll spot him. I'm gonna Avalanche now.
It is easy, see?
This could. They can't War Mothers this turn.
The trolls are going to war!
For 6 mana, I can no longer do many things here, so I am gonna Shumpo here.
Come on in. Good times, good friends. What could be better?
Bum, 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 bum.
No retreat.
Auric stuns those two. As we go in, we could see a Grasp of the Undying here. Harsh Winds, okay. Definitely not what I was expecting. We do get a bit of a hit off there. As now we repeat. We stun that, and we force another strong reactive play from my opponent here. Okay, so another Harsh Winds to stall out my attack yet again. Time to celebrate! We knock out Trundle. And we level up Braum in the process. The only downside now is the fact that we are extremely vulnerable to a Ruination here. super vulnerable to that. Okay, at least we're not vulnerable to an atrocity here.
Fire knows it.
Zone.
Every step brings me closer to deliverance.
I wonder if no, I should never have avalanche there. Okay.
Breathe it
This is fun, yes?
And now we go in with the Ember Maiden here. Hopefully we can get enough damage to kill him with Leviathan. Double Withering Whale would be pretty devastating here. But one Withering Whale just barely keeps him alive.
Destination in sight.
Alright, let's go in. The Leviathan has landed. I repeat, the Leviathan has landed. Okay, he does have health gain. Alright. Ladra is also a threat. He is gonna survive on one.
Look in the skies.
I am Ledros, the King's Shield.
By my hand will not
Noxus Rise.
Grand General.
You're dead. Bye-bye. I was expecting to trade with the Leviathan there. I don't know why I didn't go for
Trust bro.
I don't know why I didn't go for that attack. That was a little bit bizarre because yeah, like technically if he attacks with Commander Ladros into the Leviathan, he kills the Leviathan and Ladros survives on 1 health. My plan was to avalanche. I should just pass. I shouldn't have played Swain, by the way. I should just passed. Because I won the game as long as the Leviathan stuck on the board. So as soon as he attacked, I should have gone for an avalanche to clear off the Ladros so that he could not atrocity me next turn upon open attack. Then I play Swain, and then I just go for the kill right there. So playing Swain before that was a misplay, but even bigger of a misplay is just like not attacking with late. That's just like admitting defeat. I think he derped a little bit there. But that was a really tight game. That was a good match. Like that was back and forth. Ruination was definitely very scary at a lot of times, but we kept applying pressure. And we got to showcase a lot of different cards from the deck as well in action. Like even Arak putting in the work, which I really want to help that card shine a little bit since it is very underplayed. And I think in the right deck, it's pretty damn good. So let's go for another one. All right, it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. We're gonna see Zed and Lee Sin, you know, one of the all-powerful meta decks. Again, Leviathan and Arak Glenhorn have to go back. Flash Freeze, which we will keep in our hand. Noxian Fervor, I will drop as well, but I like keeping Flash Freeze. It's very important in this matchup. We also have Kindly Tavern Keeper, which is nice. Because it allows us to block into Zet. Okay. Pretty aggressive start right there. Not sure why he went for that invoke play there. It's not gonna trigger the Eye of the Dragon, and it's not really accomplishing much. You generally want to keep that in your hand, but I guess he was.
I am the blade in the darkness.
Welcome to the tipsy hour.
I mean, if he attacks here with Zed, this man is tripping.
Follow the wrong master. We go as one.
All right.
Let's talk about your tab.
Let's talk about your tab. Gotta whoop your ass for a little bit. Just a little bit, buddy.
Darkness.
It's okay. Pay me my fucking money. Good guy, tavern keeper.
How about another round?
Taunting, aren't you? We're gonna open attack so that we deny the Pale Cascade into a card draw here to block with Eye of the Dragon.
Force is meaningless without skill.
A pleasure to see you, Master.
I think my opponent is not very experienced because he's just kind of giving me everything on a silver platter here. I mean, at least this proves, you know, that. At least this proves that just by playing a strong deck doesn't allow you to just automatically win, right? It takes more than just playing a broken deck. Gotta know how to play it. That, like, for anybody watching, if especially like newer players, in a deck like that, don't just play just because you have the mana. Don't just play. You know, your invoke spell with no benefits off of that, right? Like you're wasting your spell mana. This is not Hearthstone. Spell mana is a very nice thing that you get to hold on to for as long as you want, and that's a very, very strong tool to use, right? So if you just deplete it like nothing because you just want to play cards on curve, that's not gonna end up working out for you. So that's a pretty, you know, relatively obvious looking tip for more experienced players, but for newer players that is actually very, very important. And if you're doing that kind of stuff, caca, stop it. Don't do it. Terrible. Okay? Good. Next one. Okay. It's been a while as I've seen this archetype. I just found it particularly boring compared to the Noxian version, because it's just like play on curve. In this deck, Yasuo serves more of a support role than anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the flash freeze. I'm gonna drop everything except for one Arachnoid Sentry, as it can be really useful alongside 8 Ravenous Flock.
Raise your weapon, Sunwin.
Yeah, but I mean it's Leona, so turn 1 Solari Soldier, turn 2 Shield Bearer, turn 3 Priestess. Into turn 4, Leona is their ideal curve. Let's see if they manage to get it. Alright, no 2-drop. Must be Christmas, even though it would have been nice to pass. I don't need to resort, like Ember Maiden, you don't play Ember Maiden on curve a lot of times. Okay, you know what, this Avalanche is looking decent, right?
Warms the heart and lights the way.
Though to be fair, Ember Maiden kind of like accomplishes the same thing anyways.
Destruction feeds my fire.
Yeah, Ember Maiden is actually really good here.
Breathe it in.
I'm gonna clear up the board a little bit, as we can play Babbling Brook.
Tall as a mountain and covered in ice.
Cycle through our deck a little bit.
My faith protects me.
Alright. Just pass.
Think you're fast? Cute.
Surprised my opponent is playing into this Ember Maiden though. Yeah, that's such an easy level up with Swain. Man, that's people underestimate just how good Ember Maiden is with Swain. Like, it's such an easy time leveling him up. I definitely want to play you. We gotta get your boy Braum in here. Oh. Well, I cry every time. I guess we can, yeah. We can just Noxian Fervor here. As this Fade Blade Twirler has only 1 attack, which allows us to go for a very clean open attack here. Out there! Let's try to smack him a little bit. As we're looking at another Babbling Brook here. Okay. I like Troll Chant here.
Underestimate. I dare you.
Behold the divine power of the sun.
No, I don't care.
Chosen of the sun.
Chosen of the sun. The sun is a ball of fire comprised of helium and hydrogen. It doesn't choose anything. You're an idiot.
It was right on my tail.
You're an idiot. I'm sorry, but you're just an idiot. There's your boy.
Heart everlasting.
Behold the sun's holy light.
I could play Swain. I will play Swain.
Empire of
Ball!
Born a patrician, I became a soldier.
Swain is just such a dope champion, man. Like, I don't care if he's mainstream. Like, he's just dope as hell. I could go for an avalanche here to try to enable the Swain attack, but the moment I do that, he's just gonna stun me with Leona here. I also don't know if I want to develop the Leviathan from the get-go here. I think I may just want to open attack with these three.
You gotta believe me.
I'm gonna get some damage here. I can set up a nice avalanche as well. As we push for damage, we set up a weakened unit. Like, that's at avalanche range, and also Auric Lindhorn here.
Bask in her radiant blessing. Glorious light rains down.
Bleed for Noxus.
If I play Leviathan here, he could very easily have picked up an Obliterate. But it's not like I'm worried about an open attack next turn, so I'm gonna play Leviathan.
Prepare the cargo. There is no excess when victory is at stake.
If he has an Obliterate here, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I get to flock here. Remove Raven, which is really important because otherwise Leona just goes crazy. Even though I could have used the flock alongside Avalanche, I could have done that, to be fair.
Bless the faithful and sear the head.
Behold the sun.
But it's very important to stop her from just stunning everything, right?
I will break them.
I'm gonna pass. I like that Ember Maiden there. I want to set that up with this attack for next turn. I'm gonna drop you.
Will no one listen?
Get an Auric Lindhorn in there. We definitely want to resort to an attack here.
Witness strength. Look out there!
I mean, to be fair, I want to keep this line up here. Which are the two ones that are stunned? This and this, right? So let's attack with you.
Gotta believe me.
Let's attack with
Revenge
you.
or perish.
Back, heretic. Have faith.
Take their land.
Bury them in it. We got double Glinhorn here with Ember Maiden. We have Flash Freeze for protection here. We may see a Morning Light. Okay, how powerful is this? It's double stun there and there. This is completely fine.
Sunlight burns in our weapons.
We got blockers in here for days. We have a total of 13 mana, which allows us to do this, this, and flash freeze. So I'm gonna go ahead and just drop our Glenhorn here. No, I'm gonna drop the Ember Maiden.
Fire knows its own. Feel the sun's glory.
Bar the doors!
There's no direct damage that I'm worried about. So I'm gonna block like this. I have flash freeze in case my opponent... I'm gonna bait my opponent to try to kill me here. Okay.
Heed my words! Know your enemy.
Know your enemy. Double Glenhorn here. We're gonna go for a Glenhorn open attack for the win. Yep, let's do this. Let's do this, baby. We're going in. Hush. Hush can be used here. We have Tavern Keeper to heal. Okay, he does have the Hush.
No mercy for heretics.
Stun effect there. Alright.
You gotta believe me! Oh,
You and your stories. We're close.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren. The sun's splendor revealed.
I'm gonna play the Arachnid Sentry here. As long as we keep Glenhorn alive.
Yasuo! Show yourself!
This is fine. We have you for you.
Face your fate. Face me!
We're doing it so that even if he had a Pale Cascade, we could resort to Noxian Fervor as a last resort. But now we're going in.
No retreat. I move as water.
With Arak here, leading the charge.
Do not interfere.
Yona can trade into him, but we got a lineup of units here, and we got him, baby! We got him! Oh, what a match, baby! GG, man. I wasn't fast with the emote there. Whew, okay. That was a really good showcase of Arak right there. That was a fun game. That was a fun match. I guess because it was like kind of like a mid-range battle, and those are my favorite type of games. That was really neat. We had to push there. They kept coming at us, but the Arak Glenhorn was just so damn neat there, man. Such a cool card, dude. Alright, let's go for another one. Okay, this is a bizarre champion combination. And region combination with Aurelion Soul here. Bilge Water Target with Soul. With Invoke. I'm not really sure what I'm facing here. Regardless, I want to keep the Shumpo because it is an Aurelion Soul deck, so Rally is going to be really powerful most of the time. I'm going to keep the Avalanche just in case. I'm going to drop these two. I say keep the Avalanche just in case. In case this is more of like an aggressive deck, because it has Bilge Water, so it could have stuff like Petty Officers. And, you know, it could have like a solid early game. I mean, yeah, that's... I'm already happy I kept my Avalanche here.
Raise your weapon, Sunwood.
Oh boy, am I happy I kept it. Show me another one drop.
Punish transgressions.
No. Okay. Well, regardless of what happens here, we are going for the avalanche. We gotta clear these two bodies. We gotta slow him down a little bit here. Because if we pass, waiting for to fill up the board even more, he's gonna pass back and make us burn our mana, and then we're gonna have to deal with an open attack next turn and go down to 11. Which is not something I am in the mood for, so we're gonna go with this. We have Braum alongside Trochan here. I was planning on playing Babbling Burke, right? We're going Braum, 100%.
Lucky you. I'm the last thing you'll see.
Yeah, how aggressive is this deck? He must have like a bunch of plunder effects. Yeah.
Loyalty to
With Braum to challenge away the potential fearsome blocker, Swain seems like a very nice play here, especially considering we have a Trochan on top of that. Trochan with Swain is the tits.
I'm always up for a round or two.
Unless, of course, you know, we get
Dead in their tracks.
we get stunned.
break them.
That's to be expected.
So our friends they know. Have you met my shield?
Alright, meet my shield, Fate. Meet my door. It holds a Poro inside. The Shumpo looking really neat as well. We want to keep building up for it though. We do need some sort of enabler for Arak here. Flash freeze is nice. We could see a plun like.
Our time is nigh. Empire, battle by battle.
Big dude.
Do well, my boy.
Yep, I'm gonna need you, my boy. Oh. Ooh, really? I don't think so. You're a 5'6". I'm a 6'6", motherfucker. Dude, I gotta try building with that card. That's a neat concept, using the messenger sigil to like try to level up Fate. That's pretty funny. How do I reach these kids? I'm gonna go ahead and develop the Arachnoid Sentry here, I believe. Because what the Arachnoid Sentry accomplishes here is it removes the only fearsome blocker for Swain. As it's a little bit too thick for Braum as of right now. Okay. Well, I can do this. We're gonna use our Trochan there to take away the. Yeah, well, this is great.
This is fun, yes?
I'm gonna take the Solari Soldier because I want him to use just a Fate to block into Arachnoid Sentry here, and that's something that he's not eager to do. So I'm making the block here even harder for him. All right.
Hold it, sweetheart.
All right. That's a big hit, though.
Ancient things trapped in the
Let's get that Leviathan in there. I'm not sure if I'll be playing it next turn, though. Alright, he is working for that level up. Uh-oh. Oh, it seems we're gonna shampoo here. Oh, yeah. We're definitely shampooing. Okay. Whew. That's a cool.
And only one way.
Alright. I agree, Your Grace. Sorry for interrupting. But that's a neat concept, honestly. Like I've been wanting to play around with like maybe there's some cool deck that I can design with Messenger Sigil. Like That's a card that I don't see anybody play, and definitely want to mess around with it for sure. Alright, some good old War Mother's Call. With Tryndamere and everything. And this is definitely not a matchup in which I want the Avalanche. I'm going to keep the Babbling Burg. I'm going to mulligan away everything else, even the Ember Maiden. Just because I want Ravenous Flock, exactly. I want Ravenous Flock, and I want Arachnoid Sentry or some other cheap way to deal damage. Which could be the likes of the Ember Maiden, but I don't want to keep her in my open hand, because I don't want to draw multiple copies over this matchup. Let's see if our opponent has the Warding Stones, or if he has the... yeah, he has the Warding Stones. That's unfortunate. Maybe I should have kept the Ember Maiden. I mean, hindsight is 20/20, right? Well, at least... At least I get to try to deal with it now. Even though Trollchant can definitely say no to that.
The War Mother will unite us all. Amarosans, stand together.
Gonna block here. I don't need to draw with Burke here. I'm gonna do.
Empire, battle by battle.
I'm gonna develop the Glenhorn here.
The trolls are going to war. No retreat. Good luck. Have fun.
If my opponent has like a Vile Feast or something, I do have the ability to resort to Trollchant here. If not, I don't need to do anything. I'm gonna go for the take card. Which, oops, that's...
It is easy, see?
Which does allow me to survive that, go to 5.
It's always cold in the Freljord. You're in my kingdom now.
Alright. Significant mana advantage for my opponent. I'm gonna pass here. Alright. We're passing because he definitely needs to attack here.
Bow to your king. One smack'll do.
I'm gonna try to use Ravenous Flock here to clear Trundle. That's fine. I've been thinking about utilizing Noxian Fervor here. I'm gonna do this.
Tall as a mountain and covered in ice. First we fight. Ha! This is fun, yes?
I'm gonna attack like this. Gonna aim to level up Braum here. That Flash Freeze is really neat. I can counter an Atrocity play as well. We could see War Mother's Call here. If that's the case, we will be developing a Leviathan. That's okay.
Look how we
If he has a Ruination, I'm also okay with that. Yep.
Darken the sky!
Alright, let's darken the skies. Let's put them on the clock.
Many tribes under one banner.
Very, very low tempo play. Let's drop Swain.
By my hand.
Will Nox's rise.
Grand General.
We have flash freeze to prevent an attack to take down our Leviathan here. And this is beautiful. This is actually beautiful.
Empire.
Above all!
I will
Break them. Those two pesky blockers out of the way. We're going in.
venge or perish. Forward! Time for talking to. Show me your best. Positions!
Come on, baby. Come on, show me that hit. No, don't vengeance me. Don't vengeance me. I could have attacked first with Braum, but I really want to clear... I just want to clear his board. Oh, mama. Oh, mama! For Noxus! Oh! Oh! You're dead.
Such little lies.
Oh, man.
See? Trust, bro.
Again, all you, bro. MVP! Oh my god, man. Like, Swain is just one of those champions. Like, when you got the Swain of the Leviathan, I don't think... Man, I just don't... Like, that combo just doesn't get old for me. Fucking love it. Alright. Dangerous deck. But we do have a full set of Avalanche. And also Ember Maiden can also put in the work here as well. Oh. Yeah, I was looking forward to that matchup. Alright, so we're facing Nautilus Maokai with a Splash of Threshes, maybe like Impetuous Panda's old version of the deck. Regardless, we want to take away Flash Freeze and Kindly Tavern Keeper. We're going to keep Babbling Burk and Ravenous Flock though. Ravenous Flock can one-shot Maokai with a little bit of Spider support or just prior damage. Alright, so my opponent leads off with 200 IQ here. And we have a bit of an awkward hand here. I mean, once we reach turn 4, we'll be fine. Alright, more IQ onto the board. Yeah, yikes, man. Not good. Not good, buddy.
Is it the boosters?
Who knows? I'm gonna play Braum here. We need to start trying to get some momentum. My opponent is just tossing and tossing and tossing and tossing, and I think I've seen, at this point, I've seen like 3 Yetisons? Okay, 2 Yetisons.
Let's go out. We should be friends. Danger pays. It is easy, see?
I'm not gonna resort to Nox and Fervor for this. I don't mind if he trades that for that. Shampoo here is interesting as well, but I also have like Fury of the North to protect my units if I need to. 21. My opponent is very close to deep, and we haven't been able to apply enough pressure yet.
Going harvesting.
That's interesting. That's super risky. That's like... That's very optimistic. That's very optimistic.
It was right on my tail.
I'm gonna drop Burr here. Get an extra body, try to apply some pressure. There's no point in playing Glinthorn right now, because he's got too many chump blockers. I think we'll just lead off with an open attack.
Shield is my sword. Have you met my shield?
Because this allows us to set up a level up on Braum with the Noxian Fervor. And then we gotta set up a strong Shumpo here. The problem is we haven't really been able to get much damage. It's a weird block. I guess he wants to enable a Vile Feast onto that. I could just Noxian Fervor here to level up. Yeah, I like that a lot. Because this basically puts me out of range at this point. Time to celebrate! And because of this ordering, I get a body as well with Braum. Beautiful. I get some nice damage on him as well, but he's getting close. He's close to going deep. So again, now's when we need to start applying pressure. Unfortunately, we are vulnerable to another Vile Feast here. We have no Troll Chant. Our opponent has been playing really recklessly around Braum, so there's no reason why he wouldn't go for that now. But if he does not have a Vile Feast here, then we are good to go. Okay, that's great. I mean, he goes deep, right? Okay, we gotta make really good use of this Flash Freeze. Yeah, he's going deep next turn. We just gotta carry over the mana. And we gotta hope for the best. There's no threat of ruination here, so this is the turn in which we want to develop Arak, I believe. Depends on what happens here. The key is the rally. That's the absolute key. Nautilus can come down here. Know your enemy.
Fill their lungs.
We're at block here. Damaging. I think I could go for a Ravenous Flock here. It deals 3 damage only though. I don't think that's worth it. Just pass here. And now we go in. We stun with Arak, and we go for a big hit here. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. We gotta work here. We gotta go shampoo for the win here.
There you are.
He's trying to get rid of my boy Braum here. We will react. As we're going shampoo. AK Shumpo here, dealing 2 damage to this. Leaving it vulnerable for Arak as well. Opponent sets up a blocker and we go for the kill. No hesitation. Stun them down, beat them down, baby. That's how you do it. Fuck yeah. God. Arak is just Arak is such a cool card. I know I've been saying that like this entire video, but have you heard my opinion on Arak being a cool card? No? Well, sit down. We're in a video for a while. I don't know, this deck is just fun, man. It's just very fun. I love also setting up late game Ember Maidens as well. I love how fast Ember Maiden levels up SWAIN, and I just really like putting in the work with this boss right here. Really underrated, but obviously needs a specific deck to work in. Otherwise, you know, he's pretty average as a 6-drop. But god damn, I don't know. I really like Braum Swain. I like the synergy in this deck a lot, and it's really fun to play. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the live session. Let me know what you think of the deck. Try it out yourselves, and that's all I gotta say. Stay tuned for an upcoming series that I'm gonna be promoting this week. I'm gonna be uploading it. You know, I was looking at the comment section on the video the other day, and I know you guys want me to. I mean, I probably said this in the deck tech, but yeah, I'm gonna be pushing for the top ranks in Masters in Europe, and we're gonna make that a little bit of a mini series, and I'm gonna start recording that today. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I love you. Have a solid day. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. I'll see you guys tomorrow.